wanted to just make a really nice Pacific Northwest card that could also be a card for a man or a card for the holidays. So what we're using here as our little focal point is this cute little tree. This is a tree ribbon that I carry. So to get this points on the left and right on the bottom there, I don't know if you can see this, but it's kind of squared off. What we're gonna do is we're gonna cut from the bottom up. If you go from the top down, it does not look right. The shape of the points just looks out of place. So there we have our little tree. Then I have this fun sweater paper that I got in. It has a sweater print on it. It's from Lawn Fawn. It's very cute. What I love is that it has a sweater print on one side and the cable knit print on the other side. So you can decide whatever print you'd like. I will tell you that when I was putting this card together originally, that I had decided against the cable knit, and the reason why is because this is a similar size and pattern, and same with this, similar size and pattern. And so I was like, you know, if I wanted to kind of make this pop a little bit more, I'm gonna go with the smaller print side, so then that way you have a small pattern, a large pattern, and then you have some solid areas to kind of break that up. So just wanted to let you know, that was my thought there. Also, when I was designing this card, I had put in these little pieces that looked kind of like this. But what I realized that would happen is that when I put my little tree, which I wanted to be my focal point, on the front of the dark suede, it really fell into and you couldn't see it at all. So then I was like, well, that's not a problem. I will put the polka dot in the middle and have my tree there, which I do really like. However, it is really heavy on the left-hand side. So I was talking with Taylor because Taylor was here, and I was like, well, what do you think about this? And it was actually Taylor that suggested that I do the plaid on the side, and I love that. Quite fun. So what we're going to do over here is we're going to recreate a kind of plaid element on the left hand side. The other idea that you could do is if you wanted to use some little snowflakes, of course we already used all our snowflakes in the last card, or in the first card, but if you had a couple little snowflakes, that would be a way to turn this card into a more of a winter scene. Or if you had a small little hole punch, you could hole punch some little polka dots here and have like some little white polka dots to kind of replicate the polka dot look here. So there are a variety of different ways to take this in a number of directions. So for today, we're going to recreate the plaid on the dark suede. So in your kit, you're gonna have like 3 pieces, one that's a little bit thicker and a couple that are a little bit skinnier of some just white solar white cardstock. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna do a little line of glue using our Nuvo Deluxe adhesive. You can use double-sided tape if you want, but with this some of these really narrow parts, narrow papers here, it's gonna be a little bit more difficult to get the tape to stick onto it unless you have 1/8" wide double-sided tape. So just wanted to let you know about that. All right, we're gonna stick this on here. I am hanging it off of the edge on the top and bottom just because I know I didn't cut these all straight, so I don't want you to get frustrated. I am gonna trim this off so that it is flush with the edge there. Same with the other side here. Then with my little other pieces here, I'm doing a combination of kind of some skinny and thicker elements kind of next to each other, and that's just kind of make it a little bit more interesting and make it look a little bit more fun, make it look a little bit more plaid. And again, you can create whatever plaid design that you would like. You don't have to copy me, but just wanted to let you know there are different ways to make a plaid. And sometimes if sometimes people don't like a whole lot of plaid, maybe they just want to do a stripe. So I'm gonna kind of leave that up to your kind of creative decision making there. Creative freedom. All right, trim that. And then once you have your vertical lines, we're gonna make some horizontal lines here. Just to kind of create, again, a little bit more interest, make it have that plaid look. Again, kind of a combination of thick and thin lines. All right, I'm just going to trim these off. If you happen to have a mint colored Le Pen or a Tombow marker, the other thing you could do with your plaid here, and I did not do it, but just wanted to let you know, is you could actually take and do like little tiny little diagonal lines to kind of replicate the plaid that's on this paper. And I thought that might also be kind of a cool idea. So just wanted to let you know there are ways to take this in different directions. All right, now I did not include a sentiment for this card because you can make it a birthday card, it can be a happy winter card, it can be a Christmas card if you wanted it to be, it could be retirement if you wanted. It just doesn't really matter. It's just a blank inside card that can be used for a variety of occasions. I'm going to start with my polka dot in the middle here. Oh, also the back side of the polka dot is this really fun poinsettia, which would also look really beautiful, but the tree would be more difficult, but you could fit it in there. But again, making it more of a Christmas card very, very easily. All right, so I'm gonna stick the polka dot paper in the middle, and then I'm gonna do my other pieces on the left and right. That way we know it all formats out really beautifully there. We have an even amount of space on all 4 sides. And we're going to do the same thing here with our suede and our little plaid that we created. And stick that on. Oops. I see mine was not quite in the middle, but that's okay. I have some double-sided tape that allows me to manipulate and move that for just a little bit. I would like that to actually be straight. There we go. All right, and then double-sided tape on the back side of the little tree. I do not recommend using glue because, one, it takes forever, but also sometimes certain glues can stain your ribbons. So I'm just gonna stick this right here in the middle. Now, with your little green twine and your little sweater piece that's left over, you can do whatever you'd like with it. What I had originally planned was putting this on the inside and then wrapping the twine around that, which I thought was kind of fun. You could also tie this around and tie it into a bow. You could also do a little bow on the front of the card underneath the tree. So again, depending on how masculine or feminine you want your card to be, will determine what kind of embellishment you'd like. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on the inside. Again, you can decide if you want the cable knit or if you want the traditional sweater print there. It's totally up to you. I'm going to stick that down, even amount of space on all 3 sides there. And then we're going to take our twine and I'm just going to wrap this around. And if I'm tying a little knot, I can go around twice. If I'm tying a bow, I can only go around once. So just be aware of that. And then we're just going to tie our little knot here. And there we have our fun little twine on the inside, just again to tie in that theme. I'm just going to spread those apart there, kind of create that look I'm going for. And there we have card number 3. Yay! Isn't that so fun? I love the color palette and I love the movement of the plaid on either side. I just think that's really cute. All right, and there we have the 3 cards from Card Class. Hope you guys had fun. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!